Welcome to their team Solemn Circus Live Duel. Today on the left side, we actually have Swordsoul, and on the right side here, we have a new deck it's Libromancer Mikanko, I believe. It came out last week in Amazing Defenders. It's a ritual-based strategy. We're just seeing some die rolls here. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe before we start the video. It helps out the channel a lot, and I believe that we're going to see the Mikanko player get to choose who's going to go first or second here, just shuffling up the deck. I believe they're both using the Maya Cautious leaves from Marvelous Mavens. And yeah, let's dive in. I think the deck is super interesting. It's very, very fun. It's a ritual deck that kind of feels a bit more powerful than Drytron, I guess. I think we saw Dark Ruler no more there. So we're going to see Geek Boy activating by revealing a ritual in their hand. The Libromancer stuff are pretty cool. Searching for the field spell here. The field spell is going to activate. Searching for another. This is the fire guy. Then we're going to activate, revealing Ben 10. How is that always the card that's just cracked? Anytime there's rituals like Ben 10, oh, yep, that's you. Searching for the Doom Broker here. Push something the Doom Broker by sending the Ben 10 to graveyard because of the field spell. Then we're going to activate searching for the trap card. You're sending the trap card, which, if it's what I'm thinking of, it is an Omni Negate. Pretty cool that that deck has something like that. We're going to see a Northern Diviner that was searched out the Ben 10, sending the Herald of Arclight, searching for a ritual card, pretty cracked, searching for the Illusion of Chaos, another amazing ritual monster. Then we're going to be able to just synchro away for a Brown Fleur, because Herald, for some reason, is a tuner. Why not? So far we have an Omni Negate, as well as another Omni Negate in the form of Baron. We're going to activate the effect of the Mikanko. Gonna have to read it. I believe it searches for either a Mikanko spell or is it the ritual spell? I'm not too sure. It's a very cool card. They have to discard one card. I think they discarded a triple tactics talents. I'm not too sure. Illusion of Chaos here is going to be adding the Magician's Souls to the deck and shuffling itself back, or shuffling a card into the deck. Oh, okay. I thought that it shuffled. Oh, he's gonna send it. Just not even pretending he's not shuffling it back. That makes sense. He's gonna send the Magician's Souls, push someone itself out. He's gonna be sending 2 cards onto the field, or 1 card on the field, 1 card in hand, to be able to draw. And he's going to be linking away for an IP Masquerena. So we're still having those 2 end board, those two Omni Negates. He's gonna activate a ritual card to use from the deck to ritual summon out, which I think is going to be pretty standard for most rituals now. So then we have an IP, 2 Omni Negates, and 2 monsters on the field. I don't know if the ritual does anything else as well, but we shall see. I'm going to be talking to the player, which is actually Angus, about the deck a little bit more, understand what's going on with the deck. It did come out just very recently. We're going to see for some of Ashuna. I'm going to link away into the Monk of the Tenyi. I am still sick. I'm testing out to see if my voice is a bit better. It has some cough, so it's going to be kind of dryish, I guess. We're going to see the Adhar being someone out off because he controls a monk, or I guess a non-effect monster. Then we're going to see the effect to equip by something like that equip monster, which is pretty cool. Then they're going to activate the IP effect using all 4 of those, I guess IP for 2, and then the 2 others, including the Adhar, to go for a Appaloosa for 3. Okay, so now we have 3 negates practically, or I guess 5. We're going to attempt the special summon out of Vishuda, so it looks like we have all sorts of Tenyis in the hand. But do we choose to negate this? I mean, they can activate the. I think they're activating the effect of summon. Yeah, they are. Okay. Then we're going to activate the effect of Ashna to special summon 1 from deck here. And it gets Appaloosa negated. I did not see that counter. My bad. Then we're going to link away again for another monk. potentially, here we're going to use the Vishuda effect, and it's going to get Appaloosa negated once again. Even though they didn't choose to go battle phase and attack into the Appaloosa, I guess they didn't have anything there. They're going to activate the Heavenly Circles, and that's what I'm thinking they're going to do. Summon out like a better monster, but I guess they're going to activate the Trap card to bounce back that Libromancer Ritual to Omni negate the card. Then we're going to activate Desires, banishing 10. I feel like you just, and then we're going to activate the Baron negate. So we have gone through there and normal summon the Adhara here. It doesn't look too great. I don't think they can make anything. And they could go into battle phase and attack. Going for another monk. It's third monk. Entering battle phase and attacking there. Then we're going to activate the Adhara to add back the Ashuna. Or adding back the Vishuda, it looks like. Then they're activating Nitali, summoning with the Geek Boy once again, searching for the field spell. Then field spell is going to be able to search for the Fire Guy. Fire Guy is going to be revealing to summon itself out and then search. Then Baron's going to pop the Monk, and I think this is going to be a quick game. We're seeing almost one of another Herald. They do play 3 right now. As of right now, this is the day of release. So then we're actually the Diviner Effect, setting another Herald to search for the for another Mikanko, the same one, the Ritual, which I do believe is a 2-up. I got to see the deck very, very faintly for a second. I'm going to search for the cool card that has like all 3 of the Mikankos, the yellow, red, and blue. Then we're going to activate the effect to reveal special summon. Then we're going to be linking 2 off for a Cross Sheep here. Unfortunately, it's not in the zone of the Synchro. We're going to activate the spell to summon out the Mikanko. The Ritual spell is going to be able to destroy, or yeah, Monk gets off the field here. Cross Sheep's pretty cool. The Ritual effect is interesting. We don't see it that much. I think we normally see the Fusion effect because bring back Fusion, and a lot of Fusion spam decks can utilize that, but it's pretty cool. They're going to see link 4 into Boral Sword, and that's going to be able to attack for game because it can attack twice. So we're going to see Mikanko take game 1 here, move on to game 2. Interesting how to see like a deck that's like brand new, being able to pilot it. We saw the Flaming Swordsman link 2 in the extra deck as well, which was not used, but just cool. Like they play like weird cards that just fit. They have, like, Konami just makes these cards that are generically good, and then you'll just see them like, oh, you can play this card in this deck, and then it actually comes like inherently like, oh, this card's good. It does exactly what we need it to do. And there's a purpose for these like random cards that we just never thought would be great. I'm not too sure what they're gonna do going second, because they're gonna have to go through some boards, and a lot of the spell cards, like if we have if we see Swordsoul set up like their pop 2, I know the field spell for Libromancers is very, very huge for them. But being able to like tribute someone from the hand or someone from the deck is just cracked, which is why a lot of like we see like Brandon Fusion was insane. We see like how even like Swordsoul is just crazy good because of the fact that they can just make the synchros themselves, to make the tuners themselves. And Ritual really needed that. Like Drytron tried doing a little bit with the attacks, but we can see now like ritualing someone from the deck is just insane. And they have a cool gimmick with the with like needing equip cards, or not needing, but being able to utilize equip cards. It's very very interesting as well with like the Infernoble stuff. And we're going to see some shuffling up here. We do see is that a, I think we saw Ash, and we did say that is a Moe, okay. Activating the Moe here, revealing the Ashina, something with the token, and I believe, yeah, that's all we saw an Ash, and I think that's a TTT, I'm not too sure. And activate the emergence here, going for the Longyon. So we are here trying to set up the Baron Baron on summon 5 for the token, and then we're going to make that for the Barons that cannot get into Nibiru'd. That's Sinister Longyong, not a. So you're playing hard into Nib, I guess. And they're going to make the Cheese out here, switching for the Blackout and drawing 2 cards because it lets you just draw 1. Maybe trying to burn. I don't really know. Or trying to see some of those floodgates that they are very notorious to get going first. I could see that as a possibility there. We're going to see it set 2 cards, potentially Blackout and maybe an Imperm or a Rivalry. Both cards that we know that Swordsoul player plays. We're going to see an Emergence. E-Telly being activated here. It's very interesting to see how E-Telly has evolved throughout the years. Like we saw it in PK, we saw it in the Tenny deck. We even saw it in Sprite for a little bit, summoning out Gamma at the start of it. Let's go summon out Geek Boy here. People thought E-Telly, and even Punker and Virtual World would be like, oh, E-Telly's so crazy, you can summon out Gamma. On the Geek Boy summon, you're going to see it activate the effects, and they're going to activate the Rivalry of the Warlords here. I don't know if Mikanko Libromancer can play around this. I assume that they probably play some kind of back row hate, because, Swordsoul is known for the floodgates. I guess not known, but it's very common to play. They're going to activate the field spell. It's going to get banished by the Sinister Longyon, taking the 12 and negating the effects because it is not be able to stay on the board. Instead, it absolves the effect. We're going to activate preparations, searching for the Mikanko ritual. Activate that effect, searching for, I believe it's the any spell. Searching for the one with the double on it. When they're an activate or discard, then they have to discard 1 card. They're going to discard the Roland. Roland goes in with the fire stuff as well as equips. So. And then we're going to see a scoop, so he obviously cannot beat it. Moving on to the game 3 here. We're going to see that Mikanko is going to go first, maybe realizing that their opponent will have enough to just be able to beat over it next turn. I wanted to go to game 3 to save time. Makes sense to me. A great player can also tell when a board state is not winnable, which I believe what we just saw there. We're going to see some siding in. We see, I think it's 5 or 6 cards siding in. I really like when a brand new deck drops. I think it's very cool to see the side deck patterns, right off the bat, and see how it evolves. We have a 3v3 this weekend, or I guess last weekend. Yeah, we had a 3v3 on the 21st. It is currently the 19th when I'm recording this, and then I believe that this will be going up on the 22nd. Trying to get these newer decks that people are looking for posted right away. It's just cool to see how some of the decks evolve. I know we're gonna wait, I think, till at least the 25th to get his deck profile. That'll probably be up on the 31st or the 30th, because we try doing deck profiles every Monday and Thursday now. As you guys did in the poll, you guys wanted more deck profiles, so we're trying to do 2 a week. Some of them may be more casual than not. I strongly believe that Konami says that there's for every 10 players, one of them is a competitive player and 10 is casual. So we'll see some Dark Magician stuff on the channel as well. Blue Eyes, fun decks, just not up to snuff to competitive scene, which is great. You don't need to be competitive. We're a very competitive channel. Locals all the time at our OTS locals, not just having random for fun locals, which I do sometimes, and we're gonna see in some other channel stuff. But that'll be for future content. Back into the gameplay here. We're going to see preparation of rights. Mikanko choosing to go first. Shocker there. Searching for that Mikanko ritual. And I don't think that's a great hand. They're going to activate the effect of the Libromancer, summing itself up by revealing a ritual. They're going to be able to search for the field spell here, activating the field spell effect. Searching for the fire guy. Normal summon the fire guy, or revealing the fire thing. Searching for the Doom Broker. And here they're going to be able to normal summon the Diviner, activate the effect, sending the Herald. Going for the Ben 10, cracked ritual card. And we're going to see a Synchro off into what I would assume to be a Baron to Flare. And crazy how this deck has access to Baron like that. They're going for the Fell summoning with the Doom Broker by attributing the Ben 10. Ben 10 effects going to be able to activate here, searching for a Fairy. Searching for another Diviner. Diviner is another crazy card. It's also a level 2. They activate the Mikanko ritual to search here for one of their spell cards. I think it has to search for that one, maybe. For that one there, I will have to read the information on the cards. You have to choose to discard. You're going to discard. You can discard the second Sharon. Then we're going to search for the trap off the Doom Broker there. Which will set it. That's 2 all negates. We're going to activate the card effect to ritual summon using a monster or just a ritual spell card. That's cracked. Then we're going to set 1 and pass, leaving 1 card in hand. We're going to see a triple Titan's Talent's been drawn here. Flipping up anti-spell. That's a whole hand of green. Oh no. There's no way. Does he just scoop here? He has to at least show his opponent. Flipping up anti-spell during standby phase to a whole hand of green. There's not even a chance here. Oh, that's quite unfortunate for the Swordsoul. I see it all green. Looking here, thinking, there's nothing I can do in Chain of Us, right? We see a Dark Ruler no more. He flips it. What does he have? Oh, quite unfortunate there. There is the Vishuda, but, unfortunately, not able to beat it, especially with the 2 negates. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.